Alright, so today we have the unboxing for this brand new iPhone 11 in the green color. At least that's what the Apple says. And actually, I just received it, so let's quickly do the unboxing. I had heard a lot about this green color, and actually, it's not really green, but it's kind of teal, and I'm a favorite of like sky blue shade or teal or turquoise. Any form of blue, I just really like it. So here comes the box. Wow, yeah, see, that's what I thought. It's not really green. It's pastel teal color. Anyway, I just want to mention a couple of points here. I mean, you know, when the products are launched, every bit of detail is kept under supervision, and they just don't do anything just for the sake of it. Some people are saying that the phone is upside down, and they only have like one plastic flap, just there's nothing on the back. And the reason for that is because you see the big camera bump. If the phone was like this, they would have had to create like a bump over here. The phone would be imbalanced, and to balance the phone, they created, you see, like a dent here in order to make the phone in proper place. And as far as the plastic being only on one side is because you see the complicated camera bump, they would have had to had specifically plastic cut and all that complication. So I think that's probably more cumbersome. At least that's my opinion. But anything they do on this massive level for any production launch like this, there is a reason behind for everything. Anyway, so let's quickly do the alright. And I want to mention a couple of other points that, as you can see my reflection, I'm recording with the Samsung S10. Actually, I'm an Android user. I use Android as my primary phone. I'm not really a fan of Apple per se because it's really great phone, but it doesn't really help me in my day-to-day function, or at least that's what I feel. And let's turn this on right quick. I mean, this is an LCD screen, and I think Apple is the only company that even in 2019 they can get away with providing an LCD screen and also command almost $700 to $750. And that is just, from a consumer point it's not good, but from business point it's really really awesome from their side. And I mean, they still provide you with this paperwork. It's just no good. They provide you with this 5-watt charger. I mean, this is very, I mean, it's like I said again, it's not okay from the consumer side, but this is very strategic from Apple. I mean, like, they lowered the price for this phone at $699 and not $749 unlike the previous one. But they did not also provide the fast charger, which other companies have been providing from like almost 5 to 6 years ago. But I guess it's Apple. I mean, they know their product value, and and as far as people are buying it, there's no way anyone can do about it. So basically the phone is $699, but since they are not providing the charger, which is like 30-40 bucks, it almost comes down to $750 anyway. As far as the iPhone Pro and the Pro Max goes, they are including the fast charger, and that is also a very smart move, as because if you notice, the fast charger connector is the lightning port to USB type C to the adapter. But like in case of Samsung, you see this adapter, this is a fast charging adapter. So this is a USB A to USB C. What Apple created is lightning port to USB type C. So that means you cannot use this one, at least the adapter, but you have to buy only the Apple proprietary the charger, the fast charger. See, that's very smart. So they know what they're doing. It's just not like they don't want to provide this. It's what the market and what the company, uh, the market share or the demand is. I mean, in my opinion, I mean, okay, people say like, you cannot really make the difference between the screen and all this stuff, blah blah. That's fine. I mean, but still, at such a costly phone, you have to provide the latest screen that's available. Now, if you look at the camera bump on the two, one is normal 12 megapixel camera, another is an ultra wide. If this phone, if this was instead of the ultra wide, if this had like a telephoto lens, there wouldn't have been no difference between this 7 Plus and this screen. I mean, I have this 7 Plus from earlier, which is really fine and functioning, and it's almost like brand new. This is a 12 megapixel camera, and this is telephoto. So they had to make this at some change, otherwise people would say they both are looking same. So these are basically just my opinion, like I said, and this screen pretty much looks identical to the one that's available on here. It's exactly same screen. And what was the other part? As far as the chip goes, I mean, basically, if you use this like iPhone 7 Plus, this is still in stellar condition. It's not like you're using the iPhone 11 and this going to like lag behind. Like if you open a page, it's gonna take like 10 seconds, and the iPhone 11 is going to give you like open the page within like 2 seconds or something like that. There is hardly going to be difference of maybe a fraction of a second or maybe even 1 second. But on your day-to-day use, there is no way you can make all this notice these changes as if like one phone is like speedy fast. I mean, they call this like A13 bionic, or you can even call it like a supersonic, but these are all like marketing terms. So I'm not here to like criticize one way or the other, but these are some of the points that just I thought that I would want to mention. I mean, like I said, I'm using the Galaxy S10 as my main primary phone, because I feel like they provide good features and everything. Or at least in my opinion, it's helps me in my day-to-day activity more better than the iPhone. I mean, I use this as my secondary phone, and actually the reason I got this 11 is because I'm going to trade this, and I'm really liking this color, so I'm going to use this as a secondary phone. And the iPhone 11 Pro Max or the Pro, they went with the three camera like that. I feel like they had to make that sort of a change, because if these three camera were like in straight line, that would have been like a Note 10. That would be like, people say like, oh, this is exactly like Note 10, the shape. Even if they had put this camera like on the two side, people would have said like, oh, it looks like a pair of eyes, and it's just like here, maybe. And there wouldn't have been anything to differentiate the product. And people, that's what we look at as a consumer, immediately just compare things and notice things. So as from providing a different model from that standpoint of view, they have to create something in a different way. So as far as when they provide like the fidget spinner camera or whatever, they had to create something different in order to look the product different. At least that's my opinion. But anyway, I'm not trying to make this video long. But like, see, this lightning port thing, this is really not okay. But at least the good thing is that it has the fast charging capability. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this fast charging adapter, because this has a USB type A, so if that's going to help me with the fast charging. And some people say that Apple is not including the dongle. Well, in this case, there is no need of the dongle, because these headphone, instead of the the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, it has a lightning connector, so you can use it as the as your headphones. I hope at least like by next year or something, maybe they provide like maybe a better screen on this one. I mean, this the notch thing, I mean, I'm not really a great fan of it, uh, but the Face ID feature, they need to provide like in fingerprint display, I guess. Like, see, this is really works fine. People say this is not as secure. Well, I mean, how many cases have you heard where people have complained that people are hacking into each other's phone or anything like that? I mean, this is pretty much very secure enough, and it's more easy to use also. And I mean, like, hopefully next year, like Samsung already has the in display fingerprint, and I mean Apple maybe after 2 years they are going to come up with that, provide the in display fingerprint, and they're going to call it an innovation. I mean, next year at least I hope that instead of this lightning port connector they provide the USB-C, that would be like a universal. Right now this is solely proprietary to the Apple, so if you want to buy these kind of cable, you have to pay. Apple makes money from it, that's how the business works. So, and I mean, again, when they provide the new better screen, they will just say innovation. So I don't know really. I mean, like I said, by no means I'm saying that this is not a good phone or anything like that, but I'm thinking that when there is competition out there, it's always good that you provide better features when it's available to the market. So that's why. But I mean, you're paying, there is such a high demand. I mean, Apple is like a luxury. When you own an iPhone, it's more like you're paying for the brand, you're paying for the reputation, you're paying for the logo. So, but I guess at the end of the day, I guess maybe that's what it's all about. It, I don't know. But anyway, here's was my unboxing. I think the video is quite long, but that's all I wanted to say, I guess. But like I said, this is really an awesome phone in its own category. uh, you know it's nothing that Samsung is better in one way or Apple is better in one way. Each phone has its pros and cons. This is a great phone for people who are already invested in the Apple ecosystem. So, but anyway, but these were just some of the points that I wanted to mention. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Peace.